Corvus at the End is the name of the race event. And today I'm going to show you what I will do to race to the top of the leaderboard for this week. And on day 1, it looks like the time to aim for is 2:30 for first place. Again, TLDR, you can make out the hackers or the real players on the leaderboard just by looking at their badges and or their profile. On top of having Corvus, it doesn't look like we have a whole lot of other variety, only 6 other towers. There are 90 rounds of this challenge, which is indeed possible to finish all those rounds in 2.5 minutes. Now, for starters, I think I'll do a wall of fire. You have exactly the amount of money to start with something that just has a lot of pierce. So this first run will be very casual. Casual as in we'll start with 24 rounds. And in case you're wondering, how useful is Corvus really in a race? Well, let me just say, he's quite useful considering all the spells he has. Surely, some of them are actually pretty decent. But until then, we don't want to spend 900 on something that just won't do a lot of damage, aside from the Spirit. So we rush Ice Shards to combo with Wallfire. It's insane. The Wallfire literally standing on there procs the Ice Shards beautifully. And then after that, we'll go for Corvus now so he gets levels. We won't use any spells yet. Obviously, we don't have any mana on him. After 2 Ice Shards, let's go up to 45 rounds. Maybe 49. So because Ice is enabled, there's no limit. I think you just spam Ice Shards to defend a lot of rounds. That's usually the meta for a lot of things. I accidentally bought Embrittlement. Please ignore that. But I'm just going to keep spamming it, along with going with Spear, because we have to spend our mana somehow. We'll do 62 rounds now. We'll keep on getting Ice Shards. Come on, let's fit it in here. Another one. So when do we want to full send? I'll go D-Breath as well. I'll do one more and then I'll full send. So all the way to 78. This is the longest round of the game. We also want to activate Malevolence. I've played around with this race a little bit already. And Malevolence is insane. Surprisingly, because like usually in the base game mode, Malevolence is terrible. It's basically like a reactor. That's the closest comparison I can give to a tower. Just damage over time, low damage, but high pierce. And well, it's perfect for a race. Now, after 80 rounds, I still want to send out the last 10 rounds here. Let me get us through Riddle for extra damage and everything. And let's send 89 rounds now. And now to combo with the Ice Shards, or the Super Riddle, I need to go for just a lot of mob damage towers, because obviously our Ice Shards is just not it. So let me work on a Phoenix. Let me go for a Comanche as well. Let me see if I can sell a couple of these here. There we go. What other Corvus spells can I use? I think at this point, Malevolence can be turned off. I'm not sure. No, keep it on. We'll use Storm and Malevolence, I guess. But yeah, right now this is the general gist. Turns out, without any super strong tower to clean up late game... Oh, we died. You get the general gist, though. Let me just quickly see a review map. How many pops did Corvus end up having? 52,000? Sheesh. I mean, maybe not that impressive since the Ice Shards that only cost 3k also had pretty close to the same amount, but still. Consider that Corvus is cheaper than Ice Shards. Then, it's actually not bad. So overall, due to the limitations of this race, I think it's pretty interesting. That's why I'm showing it to you guys. Actually showcases the power of the worst Corvus spell in every other game mode. And for that, I like. I think in order to maximize this race, we might have to utilize way more Corvus spells. Again, as you saw, we couldn't really handle the round 80, so I probably have to activate some stronger Corvus spells like Celestial Might, Ember. Okay, back to square one. On the bright side, restarting means I think this runs much faster than before, so we can probably full send earlier. So again, Malevolence, 78, Embrittlement as well, and just enough Ice Shards that we can survive this. Don't want to go too overboard. You actually want to rush Monkey Town ASAP, because there's no other money-making options in this challenge that like you can get in a reasonable enough time. But yeah, once you send past round 80, you just make a lot less money for reasons. Let's sell everything for the Brittle, as I wanted earlier. Do we send 83 now, or do we continue making money? We'll keep on making money. You don't want to wait too long, though. I'd say now is good. We'll even do multiple concoctions. Make sure to use Corvus spells, like I said I wanted to, so... I think I need Uncast Malevolence to activate. Hang on. This. Echo? Do I trample as well? Sure, we'll trample. Trample and Storm. Okay, everything. What else did I want? Right, I want Comanche. I want some Phoenixes. Come on, and Ancestral Might, right? I want Ancestral Might for the strong stuff, yes. Break down those UMDs, please. We can probably send around 90 now. And now... I probably sent 92 late, actually. Whoops. Well, that's okay. Again, this was a first completion slash tutorial. So, understandable that it's kind of scuffed. 306, though. Even though that was so scuffed, that's still good enough for top 30. And now, if you excuse me, I'm going to put my tryhard pants on because I actually have a lot of optimizations I can do. A lot of time, the optimization is just send faster. So that's what I'm going to do here. Ignore the red plus sign. I actually am sending faster, but just send aggressively too. So we'll go up to around 40. Yes, you can beat them all because Ice Shards is OP. And as you see, it broke it down in one shot. Now we send 45. Aggression, aggression, aggression. It might lose you the run several times, like that, for example, like due to RNG. But one of these days, it'll work, trust. Do we survive? It remains to be seen. 5 lives? Alright, I'll take it. Maybe we'll go... Let's go to 62 now. And we'll also go for a quick Jungle Drums to get attack speed, because it's efficient. Cost efficient. Discount. Early. How many Ice Shards do I need before I send all the rounds out? Let's say... now. 10-second time save if this survives. One more here. Don't forget to do Embrittlement as well. And... yeah, well, I think we could even send more aggressively, because we're not even close to dying. That's how much further we can push things. So now, once again, sell, 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 until we can afford it. Super Riddle. Perfect. Embrittlement here. Let's go to 83. Let's get a Concoction. And all the stuff that I said I was going to get earlier. So let's see. Dark Ritual now. Echo, Ember, Storm, Trample as well. And where's Corvus? Found ya. Now we use Ancestral Might. I guess there's no problem with, what do you call it, using Spear as well. The mana's there. We also have way too much excess cash. I gotta keep spending it. And look at that. Much cleaner kill. Is it a perfect clean? Pretty close, actually. Wow. That wasn't really optimized, and we still saved 20 seconds because of the pretty good cleanup. And that is a top 5 score already on day 1. Sheesh. Again, this guy's probably cheating. Just looking at the badges. We can totally make a push for top 3, like, today, though. So, again. Nope, too aggressive. Nope. Do I survive? Nah, I don't. I don't know. This run feels much worse. Is it just me? Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. Come on, clean up. I choked. I suck. Alright, I'm no expert here, but this run looks pretty damn good. But also, we have to be aggressive to make use of our advantage. They see a minus 5 seconds. Holy crap. If I survive this, that would be... Ah, I'm choking. That would be legendary, though. Okay, so when do I want to full send? I'd say 105. If I want to be, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of safe and risky. Oh, also, if I didn't mention this yet, I need to outbuff Corvus so that Malevolence gets much stronger. Oh my god. No one saw that, that ice there. A lot of pressure, you know, to not mess this up. Okay. So now, I need to also send 83 out. Wait for it. Let's go. I would go now. And let's sell for our thing. Riddle. There's an Embrittlement. Spam the hell out of Dragon's Breaths. And reminder, I need to make sure Corvus' abilities I use. So this, plus Storm, plus Trample is nutty. And we'll keep on spamming these with a Comanche playing to spawn out. Now let's see if we got this now. So also this. We need Ancestral Might. Come on, more Dragon's Breaths, because apparently ZMGs are really tanky here. Come on. I'm just throwing out buffs everywhere and deep breaths everywhere. And hoping it sticks. And nice. The strategy is literally the definition of random shit go. Place on the leaderboard? Wow, still the same But not bad though, just a couple seconds shy of top 1 on the first day. I'm gonna work on my strategy in the background now, so I will see you all later on in the race. Day 2, and now I'm gonna be switching over to voiceover because frankly, it's pretty hard to commentate in real time when trying for such a fast time, let alone knowing which one is going to be the run. So now I can accurately explain what's exactly going on. Starting with this attempt here, the early game is going to be just slightly different. Instead of going for just one ice tower, I'm actually going to go for a second one. Reason being, I can sell that later to avoid ice shards earlier, and getting that second ice allows me to send a couple more rounds because it's popping a good amount of balloons in the process. I think it gets to like up to almost 200 pops, which makes back the money you lose from selling. So it just overall more consistent. This allows us to be a little bit faster, but again, ignore the red. After that, it's kind of more the same as you saw before. It's really hard to really optimize this part. You literally just spam ice shards. Once again, we have to activate the spear so that the ice shards get triggered. And one more little optimization is I'm gonna get the discount village early. The earlier I get that, obviously, the cheaper my ice shards are. Now we full send at, what is it, like 7, 8 ice shards. Activate Malevolence. Random Uplift there, that did nothing, but that's alright. Dragon's Breath 2, and if you noticed, I ran out of mana to keep the Malevolence up, but somehow I survived this run, probably because of that D-Breath, the second D-Breath that allowed us to activate Shard still. But yeah, 10 Ice Shards was enough, despite Corvus's best efforts to sabotage us. Perhaps that's a sign that even though it has a lot of Pierce, it may not be as useful as we think. Anyways, I go for a Concoction right after getting Monkey Town, and then, yeah, same strat as usual. Sell a bunch of the Ice Shards for Super Brittle, so that we get the plus damage earlier. By the way, does anything of what I'm saying right now make sense to you all, or is it just going in one ear and out the other? Maybe you're just here for the vibes. But I have a feeling this is so fast-paced that 90% of you probably have no idea what exactly is going on here, or is able to keep track of all the moving parts right now. Regardless, I'm going to keep doing what I do, though. We're going to activate Ancestral Might and Storm. Storm is actually really important because it has a lot of projectiles and low damage, meaning Super Brittle pairs really well with it. So I think I also tried to set Corvus targeting on Strong. If I didn't, then that's my bad. Actually, I don't think it was on Strong this bounce. But that's alright because we still have all those D-Brats, all those Concoctions, all those Comanches. And this run was clean. We beat every balloon on screen with like 5 seconds to spare. Got the endgame covered, and just like that, it's a new PB of 234. Huge improvements. And then we just kept pushing that time down throughout the day. 232, a high 230, and this leads us to my best attempt, which you'll see right now. I will have to say there's going to be a lot of differences compared to the last run. Notably, the fact that it seemed like I didn't even need Malevolence, since that run survived it just fine. So you'll see what's different up to that point. For now, the early game is still pretty much the same as last time, except just more optimized exact round sending times. Still heavily RNG based, but what can you really do, you know? Anyways, we're also not going to get Corvus early anymore, because if we save 900 and they get Ice Shards faster, that allows us to push time a little bit. I do get it after the 3rd Ice Shards, though, on top of a D-Breath, since, you know, I can't get Spear since I got Corvus so late. Need the D-Breath there to activate Ice Shards. Discount Village also early, and wow, this is much faster than last attempt. We're sending like a whole 2 Ice Shards earlier, and watch this here. Echo, Trample, and Ember. Why Trample? Because it has 300 Pierce when you Echo. That does 12 damage each, by the way. Ember is there just, I don't know, they're mini walls of fire. It might help a little bit, but you see how useful that was? If you time it right when you send all those rounds out, it just, well, nukes out that initial clump, and that allows us to survive a whole several seconds earlier. Same old, same old. Concoction, Super Brittle, Embrittlement, you know the drill. There's no set order I'm building them in, just like go with the flow. I think this time I do actually remember to put the Storm on Strong. Oh, and also, if I do have time, I'll also be setting the Dragon's Breaths on Strong. If I forget, then, well, there's just simply too much going on. But Strong so that they target ZMGs, because with Concoction, you want to pop the Strong stuff so that you get those explosions off. ASAP. And then, obviously, we have a lot of things to clean up. Also, just a couple more cover spells. Trample already came back up, so we use that to help. Oh yeah, don't forget I also activate Aggression, so that Storm gets stronger too. And this part is probably unnecessary, but we're gonna try something weird. Spike Storm, and then sell all the expensive stuff to get Carpet of Spikes for an immediate carpet on the whole map. The reasoning for this is to try to pop that last balloon earlier. Maybe it could save like 3 frames. I don't know if it did help, but either way, there it is, 230.25, which again puts us within arm's distance of that top 3. Unfortunately, the worst thing you could have is false hope, because by day 4, this is what the leaderboard looked like. We went from 1 second away to 5 seconds, and yeah, at that point, I gave up. I already spent over 4 hours playing this at this point, and I didn't want to let the sunk cost fallacy get to me, so that'll do. JK actually improved it a little bit more, and this time was good enough for 5th place by the end. Out of a total of over 30,000 players, you do the math. So no top 3 this week, but better luck next time. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go touch some grass.